Throughout history, dragons have captivated the imagination of people across cultures and continents. From the majestic beasts of Chinese folklore to the fire-breathing monsters of Western legend, the question remains, were dragons purely mythical, or did they have a basis in reality? Today, we explore the fascinating realm of dragons in history, examining what they truly represent and why they've endured for centuries. Dragons have long inhabited the stories and legends of humanity. While the earliest depictions date back thousands of years, insights into what these creatures symbolize can be found by tracing their appearances across various cultures. In China, the dragon is revered as a symbol of power, strength, and good fortune. Far from the destructive creatures of European tales, the Chinese dragon is seen as a benevolent force in control of water, rains, and floods. Its imagery is prevalent in everything from ancient carvings to modern-day cultural celebrations. Such continuity of symbolism suggests that the dragon represents something deeply significant rather than being merely a product of imagination. Turning our attention to Western mythology, dragons often appear as formidable adversaries to be conquered by heroes and knights. In medieval Europe, dragons were depicted as dangerous, treasure-hoarding beasts. The tales of St. George and the Dragon stand out, with the hero vanquishing the dreadful menace to save a town from ruin. These stories, while viewed as allegorical, speak to the fears and challenges faced by societies through the ages, from natural disasters to invasions by foreign foes. Dragons in this context symbolize not just the physical threats, but also the moral and existential ones. But what if there is more than mere metaphor and imagination behind these tales? One possible explanation for the pervasive presence of dragons in global mythologies could lie in the fossil record. The discovery of large dinosaur fossils, misidentified or seen without context, might have fueled dragon legends. In a time devoid of scientific explanation, finding enormous bones could easily lead to the creation of legendary creatures to explain their existence. Another theory suggests that sightings of real animals may have inspired these draconic myths. The Komodo dragon, for example, native to Indonesia, is a massive lizard with a fearsome aspect and a toxic bite, resembling some descriptions of dragons. Similarly, the Nile crocodile, known to venture into the Mediterranean in ancient times, could be perceived as a dragon by those unfamiliar with such beasts. Despite these theories, no concrete evidence exists to prove that dragons ever roamed the earth. Their continued presence in modern culture, from literature and film to gaming and art, indicates their hold on our collective consciousness is far from waning. Dragons defy the boundaries of fantasy and reality, embodying qualities and themes that resonate with the human spirit. In contemporary times, dragons continue to serve as cultural touchstones, embodying ideals of mystery, power, and transcendence. Whether as the fearsome opponents in a fantasy epic or as the elegant creature of a child's imagination, they fascinate, inspire, and provoke. The question of their existence may ultimately be less important than the role they play in human societies. Dragons remind us of our capacity for storytelling, our need to personify and conquer our fears, and our endless curiosity about the unknown. In conclusion, while dragons may not be real in the literal sense, their impact is undeniably profound. They have appeared as protagonists and antagonists alike, as harbingers of good and doom. Through mythology and legend, they mirror our hopes and anxieties, our courage and creativity. In asking whether dragons are myth or reality, perhaps the answer lies not in the pages of history, but in the enduring power of human imagination. Thank you for joining us as we traveled through time and myths, unraveling the mysteries of dragons in history. Until next time, keep exploring, keep dreaming, and don't forget to breathe a little dragon fire into your daily life.